Everyone. Today we will talk about weak chemical interactions. I told you the strongest bonds are covalent bonds. And if I say in molecules it's covalent bonds, and if I say in dry ionic compounds, ionic bonds are strong but they are also weak in water. So if I say inside a cell, in the cytoplasm, if bonds are there, ionic bonds are there in between things, they can be weak, right? Because that's not a dry ionic compound. Okay, now if I say in us, which is the strongest chemical bond? Covalent bonds, and they link atoms to form molecules. Clear? In fact, there are weak interactions between different molecules plus within same molecule also. Clear? That result to emergent properties of life. If I say weak interactions, clear? They are between molecules, between different molecules, and within the molecules also. And that lead to emergent properties of life. Emergent properties. If I say different amino acids they link and form a chain. Clear? And we have to get protein. So in this chain there are hydrogen bonds. Clear? They are weak chemical interactions. They help in giving us the final structure, and there are other van der Waals forces, hydrophobic interactions, clear, ionic bonds. So they help us in giving the proper protein. So with the help of these, a proper protein emerged out. Clear? Okay. Second thing, there are many large molecules that are held in their functional form by weak interactions. See, so here this protein is held in its functional form by different weak interactions like hydrophobic, hydrogen bond, van der Waals interactions. Okay. Second thing, DNA. The two strands of DNA together, they are held by hydrogen bonds. So these molecules are held in their functional forms by weak interactions. Many large biomolecules are held in their functional form by weak interactions. If I say these reactions, these are reversible. So two molecules can come close to each other, affect one another in some way, and then separate. If I say these weak bonds, they are reversible. If I say enzyme and substrate, they are held together by weak chemical interactions, and then the enzyme will leave the substrate and product will be formed. Okay. Now if I say, let's discuss hydrogen bonds. Clear? So hydrogen bonds are very important. When one hydrogen atom is covalently bonded to another, to an electronegative atom, so hydrogen gets partial positive charge, delta positive. Clear? That we know. We saw in water. Clear? You remember water, that delta positive was there on hydrogen and delta negative on oxygen, because oxygen is more electronegative. Clear? Now what will happen? This hydrogen atom can be attracted to electronegative atom of some other compound nearby. Clear? Because of the positive charge. If I say there is ammonia, clear? There is ammonia. So nitrogen is also electronegative. So here also these hydrogen atoms get positive charge. So here you can see hydrogen and nitrogen can be attracted to each other because of partial positive and negative charges on each other. Clear? So this is simply electronegativity that's playing a role here. Clear? Hydrogen is attracted to an electronegative atom of other compound. Okay. For example, here you saw in protein. Clear? Here this hydrogen is attracted to here this oxygen. Clear? This is a hydrogen bond. Now, if we say van der Waals interactions. Clear? Van der Waals interactions. See, when I say there is non-polar covalent bond, clear, in a molecule, if I say a molecule is there with non-polar covalent bond, it itself can have positively and negatively charged regions. How? See, it can itself have positively and negatively charged regions. Clear? Because electrons are not always evenly distributed. They may accumulate by chance in one part of the molecule or other part. Clear? For example, here see, these are two atoms. You can see the electron clouds are there. Suppose here the electron cloud is here. The electrons are accumulated in one place. Clear? Giving partial negative charge to this part and partial positive charge to this part of the atom. Clear? So here this partial negative is attracted to the partial positive. So the two molecules are attracted to each other. Clear? These are called van der Waals interactions. So they are very weak. And when the atoms and molecules are very, very close to each other, then only these interactions are there. But when lot of such interactions are there, then they become strong. You can see this gecko lizard. You have seen the lizards climbing up the wall. How can they climb up the wall? In their feet, you can see. The anatomy is such that there are tiny hairs. You can see lot of small tiny hairs, and each having multiple projections. Because of this, there is lot of surface contact with the surface on which they climb. For example, wall, clear, or glass. Now, the molecules of the hairs of the feet, they become so close to the molecules of the surface on which the gecko is climbing that lot of van der Waals interactions develop, and they help in supporting the weight of the gecko lizard, and they help in climbing the lizard. Clear? Okay. So This was van der Waal interactions, and definitely van der Waal interactions, ionic bonds, hydrogen bonds, they help in maintaining the 3D shape of molecules. They help in reinforcing the 3D shape of molecules, for example, proteins. Okay, thank you so much. Next lecture we will study about molecular shape and function.